everyone. Welcome to Campus Conversations, the podcast that's everything MDC Padron Campus. I'm Oscar Loinas, your host for this series, and today we are honored to have with us Alfonso Rivero, who is our Director of Testing and Assessment at the campus, but he also has a super important role, and that is he chairs the Bring Your Child to Work Day Committee, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. But I'm going to put Alfonso on the spot before we even start talking about this, because it's appropriate that Bring Your Child to Work Day is one of his committees, because he is basically a child of MDC, right?
I am,
Like,
correct.
tell us a little bit about your background in it with MDC.
Sure. Well, my parents actually met at MDC. My mother worked at MDC for almost 40 years.
Wow.
Probably. She actually started as a student assistant at the World Languages Department in Wolfson campus. And then her and my father were studying English together here at the campus, or at the college. Yeah, and then my sister and I, we both attended MDC at some point in our lives. When I was a child, I used to spend summers, weeks at a time at my mom's office, coming to work with her, watching I Love Lucy reruns, or riding the Metro Rail when she was busy around downtown. So yeah, I've been, at MDC my entire life pretty much.
So I think that's why you being chair of this committee is so perfect, right? And we had the opportunity to have your daughters here this year, and this is my first year at the Padron campus for Bring Your Child to Work Day, and I was super impressed. So why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the activities that you did and why you chose to do the activities that were done?
Oh, thank you. Yes. So yeah, I brought my daughters. One is 5 years old. The other just turned 7 this past weekend. So they had a really good time. We had 30 children that participated this year in the event. We had activities that were building birdhouses with the children. We had pizza lunch with their parents and all the other administrators and faculty staff on campus as well. We had a scavenger hunt here in the library and learning resources, so they got to know the facilities, visit different areas of the library, so they enjoyed that very much. And then we also had an art portion of it, a creative portion of activity, which was painting a self-portrait. So that was a lot of fun. The self-portraits are very interesting, a lot of characters, but all the kids definitely enjoyed all the activities.
Did they take the self-portraits with them?
Yes, most of them took the self-portraits with them. We did find a couple drying out in the sun, but we recovered them and gave them to their parents.
I think it would be really cool to have an exhibit of all the self-portraits.
Yeah.
So the events that I participated in, I saw so much engagement from the students, or the children, but also I saw that many of the parents kind of stuck around. What do you think contributed to the parents wanting to be there?
Well, I think, being in education, I think all the, parents being staff, administrators, and faculty here, I think they're invested in their child's education so that they know that the program that we facilitate will be one that it's, rooted in education. So all the activities we had were workshops that were meant to teach lessons to the children, building birdhouses, they were following instruction, using tools, using creativity to paint the birdhouses, so on and so forth. So I think the parents enjoyed being a part of that because they themselves are educators. And it also brought a sense of camaraderie to our campus. Those are all of our children. We work together. So it really builds on that Padron family atmosphere that we have here. It's very welcoming. So it was great to see that all the parents, stuck around a good amount of the time during the event.
Yeah, I agree. And I was there for the beginning of the birdhouse one, and I thought it was very interesting. Professor Claiborne was the one that did that. And he started out with talking about different bird types and the sounds that they make and how you can identify them. And it was amazing because the kids were so engaged. You could just see them. Now, I could see them eyeing the hammers at the same time, but they were very interested in what was going on. So that was awesome. I thought that was really great. What kind of activities are you planning for this coming year? Do you have anything in mind yet?
We had one activity that was actually canceled from part of this event, which we would like to try to bring back, which is having the canine dog from the police officer that's, assigned to our campus, have like a demonstration with the canine. A lot of children, they love dogs, they love animals. So I think having like a live presentation of what that animal can do would be very impressive and very interesting for the kids.
What other activities have you done in the past? Not this year, but in years past. Because how long have you been involved with this project?
This is my third year
Okay.
being involved with this project. Yeah. And each year we get great faculty participation and great ideas that they want to, put forth for all these kids. Last year we had a physics presentation that by Dr. Ahmadi that was great, very entertaining. He made like a slime, and it was like a foam, so very colorful, very reactive, the chemicals that he put into the beakers. So the kids had a great time watching that. So anytime we have interactive type of activities, or activities that have a large like a large production side, the kids really enjoy those activities.
And what's the criteria for parents to be able to bring their children to participate in this event?
Yeah, so obviously criteria number one, you need to be staff member here at MDC, but then the minimum age is 5 years old. So
Okay.
kids need to be from 5 years old to 18 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we also, we send out an RSVP form, so we get a good idea as to how many children are coming. We try to get profile pictures of all the kids so that we know who the kids are. We develop IDs for the kids so that they can have like an ID for the day, included in their little care package that we give them. So we try to collect as much information as possible from the children before they're on campus, so that we know who's coming, who the emergency contacts are, things of that nature.
No, I found it to be extremely well put together, and thank you and the rest of the committee for doing that. Professor Hamadi was supposed to be here today, but wasn't able to make it, and I know that she was also very invested in the success. So thank you both, as well as everyone else. But what I took away, back to a point that you said before, is getting to know the kids and the parents and seeing everyone interacting. It was such a joy. And I really look forward to next year's event. So thank you so much for everything that you do, not only on the campus as in your role as director of testing and assessment, but also taking this on as well. So we really appreciate it.
Thank you. And I also want to take the opportunity, as you mentioned, there is a large committee that is a part of this. Carla Hamadi obviously is a co-chair with me with this committee, but the committee itself is wonderful. We get a lot of participation. It's easy to get volunteers. Everyone's super involved and excited to be part of the committee. A lot of participation from the School of Education, campus administration, for being able to put on, clean up the facilities and prepare them, get them ready for the children. The faculty, obviously, in putting on their amazing workshops. So we are very, very fortunate to have a great team here at this campus.
Yeah, I think a huge shout out to all the chaperones, everyone that helped, because I could only imagine how exhausted they were at the end of the day, because that was a high energy event. So thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing what you all do this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's it, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and looking forward to seeing you at the next one.